Okay, I can't get my puller on here unless I lift this boot. Someone said if you lift this boot, you can get it on there. So let's see here. I'll put this camera down and try it. Okay, I think we're good to go now. Let's try to get that on there again. Okay, that worked. So let me see if I can get this pitman arm off and get this thing over with. Before I do that, someone had mentioned that I should take one of the bolts and stick it back into the box so it doesn't move while I'm trying to turn my tool. So let's do that. So I'm gonna just find one of these holes that I can line up one of the bolts and just stick it back in there. Try that one. If I can get in there and stick that back in there. Keep my box from moving. Okay, Rosary 2 working extra info on the removing the pitman arm here. Some of the things I ran into, some more things that I ran into that I did not explain in the other video. This was really hard to get off. I had everything ready in case of emergency. First of all, I had my sawzall ready just in case it was too rusty, it wasn't going to move, and I had to get this job done. I couldn't just leave my truck sitting there. What I was going to do with my sawzall, if this was stuck in the joint, this end, I was going to take my sawzall and take this rascal off like that. Just saw it off. And if there was anything left inside of the steering linkage, I had my drill bits ready to drill it out if that's what I had to do. So I had plan 2 ready to go. But on this part of the pitman arm, the rear of it, the biggest part, I put my pitman arm puller on there with my 3/4 socket and my heavy duty ratchet. And I began, once I was able to get this under the pitman arm, I had to maneuver the steering box. I had to take, I took all the bolts out. And this white wire you seen hanging here is part of electrical wire, 120 volt electrical wire that I was going to use to keep the box from moving, but I didn't need it because it wasn't going anywhere. But I ended up, I was able to maneuver the box where I could get my pitman arm in place. And once I did, I put pressure on it with my heavy duty ratchet. This is not your normal ratchet, this is the heavy duty ratchet here at the 3/4 fitting there. I have a adapter on it, 3/4 adapter. And I put pressure on it. I noticed it was just really tight. So I went and got me a, well, I had my homemade support bar, extension bar, made out of a chain. It came from a chain link fence pole. I had 3 different sizes for different situations, but I put that on there on my handle. It gave me more torque power to turn, put more pressure. I was laying on my back with my left foot on my front passenger side tire. I was on my back. I had both hands on the pole, pulling it toward me like I was rowing a boat. And I noticed that the arm wasn't coming down. I mean, if it was, I didn't really notice it. So I took some lubricant and sprayed it on there. Let it sit for a while. I went to do something else, and I came back and I sprayed some more. And as I began to turn some more, I noticed that it wasn't hard to turn anymore. But it looked like the arm wasn't dropping. So I figured that I had busted the pitman arm puller. I thought this thing apparently must have cracked because I'm not feeling no resistance. So I let off of it, thinking something's wrong. And as I looked back under the vehicle, I noticed that the arm was being released. So I tightened it back up, and a few more pulls, and finally I seen it just slid off, just like butter. This is a really strong tool, a pitman arm puller. I used different pullers before. First time using this one. But this is a really strong puller. I just thought it just broke in half or cracked, or I actually thought that the bolt here had went through the arm or something, because it just began to get so easy to pull. Diversity to more information on removing my pitman arm and what I went through. I could have used my heavy duty wrench, but I wanted to see whether it's possible to use the ratchet to get it off, and it is. This surely would have got it off right away, but I wanted to find out, because everybody don't have these type of tools, or just can't afford them. So instead of just getting it over with, I went another route just to see if it would work, in case someone having this issue, and it did. So this certainly would have got it off right away. Diversity 2, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Pitman Arm Project 2.